Hello everyone, it's Wednesday night and we are here at Macky Music Studios to record this episode of Music Talks. I'm your host, Chelsea Rittenauer. Special thank you, of course, to Macaulay Jones and Rick Fike, the man behind the camera. Our featured band this week is Forest and the Sea. Hello guys.
How are you?
Hello.
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm sleepy today, but how are you guys?
Doing good. We're great.
Doing good?
I got to sleep in, so I'll tell you what, it's pretty great. It was super. I don't mean to rub it in, but it was pretty
Yeah,
great.
thank you.
It
You guys
was-
seem
it was pretty
energetic and ready to go, so thank you for that.
Of course.
I'm gonna try to be energetic as well. But let's get started. I would love if you all could go down the line. I'll start with you. Tell me who you are, what you play in the band, and how you got into music.
Sure. I'm Kyle Jackson. I play lead guitar and backup vocals for the band. I got into music, I don't even remember. I was really young. I know that. It was around the time School of Rock came out, and I saw Jack Black, and I was like,
man.
I
Is that
gotta
why
do
you
it.
joined? Because you're like, there's Jack Black right there. I need to join him. Is that what
Yeah.
it was? Is that?
Low key, yeah.
I think we were like 7 when that movie came out.
Yeah, it was about
It was
that.
a
Great
really
movie.
epic movie.
What
though.
a great
Oh
movie,
my
though.
god. Got me into AC/DC. Like, young ones, you should go watch that movie. Just saying.
It's pretty great.
Anyways.
I'm Ben Wingrove. I play drums in the band. I got into music because my grandfather was a bluegrass musician. He played mandolin, fiddle, you name it. So I was just around that a lot as a child.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ben Wingrove. No, I'm kidding. I'm Nick Filodi. I sing in Forest and the Sea. I used to play guitar, but now we got these two guitarists, and they don't so much let me anymore. They said, nah. But I got into music. I listened to a lot of heavy metal when I was young, and I remember I got into classic rock through a song by System of a Down that I cannot recall. System of a
I
Down.
love
It was like
System
it was Soldier Sacrifice, something along.
Oh yeah.
So Soldier Side?
That's it.
Yeah.
It was so I listened and I went, wow, it's like really mellow, and from there I listened to Styx, and I really Styx and Sweet Madam Blue.
Okay.
That song, Sweet Madam Blue, they were very similar to me. I got into that, and then I ended up going to school for music, for percussion, but now here I am singing, so it's the fun stuff.
Fun.
My name is Ted DeSanti. I'm the bass player in the band. I got into music from as early as I can remember. Both my parents were musicians. They met at music school. My dad's a trumpet player, my mom's a flute player, and saxophone's my main instrument, but in the band here I play bass.
Hey y'all, I'm Bon Turner. I play rhythm guitar and a little bit of lead, and I'll be singing a little bit down the road. I just joined the band about a month ago, so it's been awesome to be with these guys.
Where are you from, sir?
I'm from Georgia, pardon the accent.
Listen to that accent. Listen to it. He's a Georgia peach.
I am a Georgia peach indeed.
I love it. All right.
Georgia peach in Pennsylvania.
I don't know. I mean, you're in Pennsylvania. It works.
Yeah, you're close to Pencil, yeah.
So, okay. So some of you guys I know personally, and I know you went to school for music. You said you went. Okay, so tell me about who of you like went to school for music. Who's trained? Who's classically trained? I know some of you are.
I
Yeah.
am Ben,
Yeah,
Nick, and Teddy. Yeah.
all of us but Bond.
Front
Yeah.
four.
Yeah,
I'm not.
And we all went to Seton Hill as well.
yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
So okay, let's talk about how this band
Yeah.
formed. You guys met at Seton Hill, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did this band form when you all were in undergrad?
So actually, this band, Forest in the Sea, the title, it started in 2010
Okay.
originally.
Okay.
There are no members left but me.
Okay.
But when I got to Seton Hill on the very first day at Seton Hill,
Day one.
this guy over here, he goes, "You just turned 21. How about a beer?"
That day.
That day, first day. So I got to know him. We both went to Seton Hill for percussion. And so we played a lot together, and I was like, wow, I really like playing with him.
Yeah.
Like, I think we play really well together. We could read. And from there, Kyle was with us in drumline. And from there, we were like, wow, he's really good guitar. Really, really great. So we're like, jump on in, like, get in here. Ted DeSanti over here, he came to Seton Hill much later than us, but because his father's a professor at Seton Hill, he was always around. So he's the youngest, but he knows probably the most.
Baby.
He knows the most. I know, like, he'd come back from, like, high school, and he'd be doing theory questions that I would be like, all right, dude, like, you're probably right.
I think for fun, too.
Just for the sake of doing it.
Hold up, whenever I was in music school, I loved counterpoint. And so I would meet people at the bar, and I would do their counterpoint homework for, like, fun. Because I enjoyed it that much. It was really strange.
She had a lot of friends. That's what, there were a lot of people that were
I
like...
got a lot of free drinks.
Oh, yeah.
But anywho, back to you guys. So, I know at Seton Hill, most of it's based off of, like, classical, right? Classical theory, classical training. Do you find that guys helps you in your rock band now?
Anybody want to field this one before I do?
Speaking personally, what I liked about going to Seton Hill, my professor for percussion, RJ, we fulfilled the curriculum. And that is sort of like, once we took care of that, it's what do you want to do with this after school?
Nice.
So I realized I wasn't going to play a lot of marimba, a lot of things like that, because I just simply didn't enjoy it as much.
Right.
I like being in this setting a little bit more, jazz combos, things like that. So we went with that. I took care of everything I needed to as far as the curriculum was set up, and then I got to play a lot more drum set, things like that, which was really nice in preparing me to do these things.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I did have a lot of classical training. I'm sure Nick can speak to that as well, preparing us for situations like this.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
I spent about the first 2 years at Seton Hill learning, like, the ins and outs of, like, this is concert percussion, this is what... And then RJ, he told me one day I was playing drum set, and he went, that's real L7. I said, what is L7? And I was like, square. From that point on, we started talking about, like, what's cool, like, what people want to hear, rather than, well, this is how they did it, and this. It was like, how do people want to hear it? What can we do to get other people to be like, what can I do? And then, actually, Ted DeSanti, not senior, but older, his dad, had a post on his door for a long time, would someone pay to hear you play? And I think that was, like, having classical and then having people like that to say, like, are people actually going to listen? It kind of melds together really well.
Very cool. Shout out to Seton Hill. Yeah, love it. All right, I want to know about the name. Tell me, and, like, if it's a funny story or something ridiculous, like, I want to know the real story. So what does it mean?
So, Forest and the Sea. So we originally went with a different name back in 2010. We were in my attic.
Okay.
When Ben joined, actually, we were still in that same attic. It warped.
It was like 95 degrees. It was to the point where it warped my drum shells. Like, it's bubbly just being in there.
It bubbled but so up there, like any Western PA attic, was all the stuff we didn't need anymore. And so with that was a whole bunch of National Geographic books. And we're looking for a new name, and most of the names are pretty cringy. I think most band names are until you put something to it.
Yeah.
But I'm looking through, and I just happen to notice there are 2 books upside down.
Okay.
Besides all the others, and they were The Forest and The Sea. And I went, The Forest and The Sea. And so I did a quick Google search, and no one had taken the name. So we started to go with the name, and as members came in and out, more and more people were like, hey man,
is that really the name?
What's with the name? Like, it's really long. Even, like, some bars will put us Forest and the Sea as in Forrest Gump.
2 R's.
2 R's.
Personal favorites.
I'm here to play some music, Jenny. So, I don't know. Bond, you're the newest. What did you think of the name when you first...
It's okay.
Yeah?
I don't think I told him I was going to play rock. That's a very
He doesn't want to say anything. He doesn't want to say anything because he's the new guy.
No, it's fine. It's a great band name.
But so it just came from National Geographic books that happened to be flipped upside down. I don't know who was even reading them.
No one.
No one.
But thank you, National Geographic. Thank you so much. Okay. Talk to me a little bit about your style. What do you guys play? Like, let's say you get booked to do a 3-hour set somewhere. I know you guys have originals, and that's what you're going to play tonight, and I'm super excited to hear them, but how many originals do you have? Can you fill up three hours of originals, or do you do covers as well?
So currently, we've got about maybe a good hour of original music, somewhere sitting around there. But we do a number of covers. So we do everything from Led Zeppelin, we've done Michael Jackson. With the addition of Ben, we do more 90s stuff. He's trying to bring me into a little bit more modern.
Love the 90s.
But I think our style comes from, for me personally, a lot of Led Zeppelin. I was like, oh, there's a high singer, and I love to do those songs too. But we could cover, we've done some Allman Brothers Band,
Cool.
Black Sabbath. What's
Skinner.
the Skinner?
The band.
The band. We found we love doing the band. So it's funny, when we started, we did like all Beatles. Even when you joined, it was so many Beatles, and now we don't
Elvis.
do Elvis. Like we were playing to a really old crowd,
Yeah.
and we started to play like more and more classic rock and getting a little heavier rock with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, our first show, we played all that oldie stuff, and I was like, this needs to change. And luckily, everybody listened to me. So.
For a while, people were trying to get me to sing a lot of 80s music, and I hate the 80s. I'm sorry, everyone. I hate the 80s.
I'm with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't do it. So I understand.
So like do a style you don't like is,
Impossible.
how can you sell it? It's
You
tough.
can't.
I have some 80s stuff on the new set list. You guys are going to love it.
I mean, there's a couple bangers, don't get me wrong. But,
Some of those songs slap, but some other ones, they're
Not so much.
Alright,
a little 7.
back to your music. So tell me about your originals. I mean, do you kind of sound like anybody? Do you try to create a certain type of vibe? How do you guys write?
Just jam,
You just
mostly. Yeah. That's one of our songs, The Places We'll Go. It started with just a really basic guitar part that Bond played, and we just all kind of morphed around it and added to it and made it what it was. It was a really cool experience having everybody collaborating.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say a free-for-all, but you guys don't have a set formula of how you go about things.
There's a lot of different ways. A lot of them have come from jamming. It's kind of funny. We have like, at the beginning it was very evident who wrote which song. And now it's sort of like we're sort of feeling each other out because we literally just started writing.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a
Nick and I-
newer
yeah.
process.
How long have you guys been writing together?
About 2 months now.
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
2 months?
2 months.
And you have an hour's worth of material?
Yes. Working it through.
We like to play.
How many songs how long are these songs?
So we've got about 8 songs.
8 songs, okay.
Travel Song is our longest so far, but we usually sit around 5 or 6 minutes. And
Alright.
then live, we roll
Take some
a lot.
liberties.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like you could feel a lot, all 4 of us here, and then Bond has played some styles too of like jazz. And that influence of like, you got your lead sheet, now let's throw some solos in, let's go around, everyone knows where we're going, and just have
And
some
you
fun.
kind of give the call when you want to
Yep.
come back in, and that's awesome.
Yeah?
I
I
like
think
it.
we all listen as well as we play, which helps a lot too. We
Yeah.
can really, and we've been playing.
Oh, yeah.
The 3 of us have been playing together since what, like 2000?
2014.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you guys are really in sync. You
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
each
in a
other.
number
yeah.
of different settings, whether it's marching bands, jazz
Yeah.
combos,
Yeah,
Commercial ensemble.
a lot of different stuff. So
that's really
Yep.
awesome. I love it. That's so good. Yay! Okay, so we talked about originals, kind of your vibe. Let me talk about vocals a little bit. I'm a
Sure.
vocal person. I know your voice pretty well now. You're a tenor. You're an interesting tenor.
I'm a tenor. When I I didn't sing till I got to college at
Okay.
all, never. And the choir director at Seton Hill, Dr. Boyle, I remember I went to my vocal because he had everybody come in and find your voice. And I went in and like we hadn't met, and so he's like, all right, let's do it. And I started to sing. He's like, you're very big, but you have a little man's voice. And I said, yeah, something happened. Something went wrong there. I'm not sure. But so it took me a while to get used to hearing how high my voice is.
Yeah.
Because originally, like when we would do Elvis and stuff, I would try to come down here, pretend like I'm down here high. I'm Kyle Jackson. But the big thing is I just had to learn, like, this is what I sound like. This is it.
You are a tenor.
A tenor.
What's it like being a tenor and having that pretty high voice and then singing rock music?
So I always loved rock music. I always felt like when I sing, like when we would do stuff in choir, I would feel like I was just always not holding back, but just trying to stay just right here, la 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 la, just right there. That's a terrible choir piece, but it wasn't until I started listening to like Led Zeppelin that I was like, wow, he's got a really high voice, and like even to hear him talk, his speaking range is a little higher. How does he do it? And so I started to push a little bit, and we met, of course. So now I'm working on just finding where it sits comfortable. It's a funny experience because I'm so big, but have a voice so high.
It's really cool though.
It's different.
I love it. I remember the first time I heard you sing, and I just sat there and was like, I think I said to you, I need to figure this out.
I get ma'am in drive-thrus a lot. Once I even got it when he handed me my food in the window. He went, "Have a good day, ma'am." I have a beard.
It's 2019.
Hey, I mean, you're right. You're right.
Phone
But
calls are weird.
I think Michelle's voice is lower than yours.
it is. Most.
He answered her phone once, and I thought it was her for a second.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So, who sings backup vocals?
Yeah.
Alright, what parts do you guys sing?
For me, mostly it's just for whenever we do covers and stuff.
Okay.
Bond is way better of a singer than I am, so for original stuff, he's usually our go-to guy.
So you're doing like the harmonies.
A little bit of everything.
Alright.
Listen to that accent. That is Georgia baritone now. That is,
Georgia
So you're a baritone?
Yes.
Yes. So how do you go about finding your harmony parts?
It's just
You said-
it's a science experiment. It's trial and error. I just wander around with different pitches and find what sounds good to the ear. That's how I know music best. I took piano lessons a little bit when I was younger. Played a little trombone in 6th grade, but then gave up all music for sports for a long time, and then out of boredom in college, I started playing guitar and taught myself everything I know pretty much,
And now you're back.
then taught myself to sing. And here I am.
Very cool. I love this. I love getting to top vocals, but I won't geek out too hard. So you guys all play multiple instruments? Yes. What did you say?
Saxophone's my main instrument.
Saxophone is your. So how did you end up to the bass?
When I was about like 12 years old, I started listening to a lot of music that had some pretty fun bass stuff happening in it, like Primus especially. So I gravitated towards the bass through that. And I just kept playing it for fun. Eventually I was able to take it as a second instrument.
So I imagine everything that you do is kind of based in jazz?
Classical and jazz.
Classical and...
based in jazz.
Based on and whatever.
Joke.
Based in, get it?
Based, you know.
Oh, we get it, Nick.
So as far as like when you guys are writing, some of you have that classical background, some of you have a jazz background. I mean, do you throw those different elements into your original songs? Like, would you say it's just, some people are like, oh, it's just pure rock and roll, and I'm like, all right, well, that's cool, but I feel like you guys probably have some other elements in there because we've got some training going on.
I had some pretty neat chord voicings in mine, and which is fine because I don't have to play it. So sorry, guys. I feel like we all have some different things, some places where things are lining up a little bit differently.
Yeah.
That.
Very cool.
After you, sir.
There's a lot of overlap in styles of music that we like, but there's a couple, that we each have that are different.
I gotta ask, you have to like country music, right?
I do like country. I'm not a huge pop country guy of today, but I can appreciate a couple songs.
Like, do you throw some of that twang in there?
Yes. We'll have some in the future. But
Awesome.
Yeah, because of all the different styles that we love, you can't really put us in a box too easily, which we like.
That's awesome.
I think me personally, you could really hear, I think, in Bond's solos that you're going to hear later on, when we're in rehearsal, I could hear his more southern influence just in his guitar. It's such a great feel.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Let's talk recording and EPs. So you guys have eight songs, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys are recording an EP, correct?
Yes.
When's it coming out?
So it's going to be coming out later this year. We pushed our deadline back just a little bit. So the biggest thing is to watch Facebook. We're hoping within the next couple months to have it out.
Wow.
So
That's awesome. That's quick. Everyone,
rolling.
keep your eyes peeled. So let's talk about where you guys typically perform. How can people, where is the better question, where can people go and hear you? Where
So
do you frequent?
the biggest places we frequent, we're in Greensburg quite a bit, at Mr. Toad's, we're at Mr. Mike's, and we're all over the place. We do bar music. We're great at going out if someone's having a party, something's going on. So really the biggest thing is we'll go anywhere that there's someone who wants to hear us.
So you would do like private events and
Absolutely.
things like that?
Yep.
Remember that, people. You
Absolutely.
can hire all of these bands that we've had on here for private events, whatever you need. And can people find you online? Facebook, YouTube? Is there a website?
Yep, so we're on Facebook.com/Forest and the Sea, just one R. And everything goes through there. So any kind of announcements we have go through Facebook. We're working on opening a Bandcamp page.
Nice.
At least that's what it used to be called when I did it the first time, many moons ago. So that's going to be linked through our Facebook and everything.
Lovely. Well, everyone, go and check out their Facebook page. Make sure to like their page after you check everything out. Keep your eyes peeled for their EP that will be dropping in roughly 2-3 months.
Around that.
I love it. Guys, thank you so very much for coming out tonight. I know this is technically round 2 for us in recording all of this, so thank you
Of course.
so very much. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we finish up?
We're going with the name Commuter for the release. Commuter.
Yep.
Commuter.
Lovely.
This guy right here.
That was your idea. Awesome. Well, everyone, that's it for the interview. We're going to let them set up and get ready to hear some music. See you after the break, and thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's on tonight?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back, and a special welcome to Forest and the Sea. I'm so excited for you guys to do your thing, so let's get to it. Take it away.
As you wander through the places we knew, the places you call your dream, looking to find if you'll receive the answer, looking to find if the place is still there. You're so far gone, you're someone else. In the fields, the trees they whisper, go forth and you shall find the words you thought held your answer. They were just a rustle of the wind through the trees. They're so far gone, you're somewhere else. And as you wander through the world unseen, we know where you feel and where you dream. You turn your head down and you scream. You wanna be free, yeah.
So, that was a song called So Far Gone. So, this album, Commuter, we talked about earlier, is all about trying to find a place where you've been. It's about not feeling at home where you are and just wanting more. And so that first song, So Far Gone, is about finding things where it used to be great and now it's gone. It's different. So, moving on with that same thing, the next song, Left Behind, is the same kind of style. It's being left behind, obviously, by something, someone, someplace, and it's finding your way without that thing, place, person, whatever it means to each of you. So, the next song is Left Behind. Smile in my face, and I turn back time and I change my mind. All the things you've done and left behind, I turn back the time and I change my mind. All the things you've done and left behind. You left behind. That was a song called Left Behind. Thanks. So, the next song, Places We'll Go. Just like Left Behind and So Far Gone, the title is very simple. It's Places We'll Go. Everyone goes places. Everyone thinks Dr. Seuss, Places We'll Go. So, this is about finding, obviously, the place you go, but more than that, where you belong. Not where you go, where you belong. So with that in mind, we're going to go on with a song written by our guitarist, Bond Turner. It's a song that I love the feel of. It's a great feel, so we hope you enjoy it too. A song called Places We'll Go.
Life is the way, pick up and go on. Says in a train of an eye for an eye. If you look there, you'll see the one of the sun for you and me. All the places we go when we're not alone. Anyone that they know. Let's get on with the show. Rhyme without a word leads me here. Feels like the love that had been sold. Words stop on the tongue, meant only two. Falls out tip on my head. All the places we go when we're not alone. Find the faces we know. Take me to the shore. Ben Wingrove. Oh, that was a song called Places We'll Go. I love that. It's such a great feel, and it's a feel you don't feel until it gets rolling. I love that. So, the next song is a song called Travel Song, and rather than explain, it's Commuter. This song is meant to highlight our two guitarists. Met them before, but over there with a white guitar to my left, we have Bond Turner. Over here to my right, with the orange guitar and the wonderful shirt, we have Kyle Jackson. So, this is a song called Travel Song. We hope everyone enjoys it. Breathes through the air and whispers the soul. That freedom is fresh and green and cold. Be on your own. Find a place that you can call home when you outrun the dreams that you made. Past the days and the halls of bone, these are the ones that keep me known. This is my treble song, my treble song. Bon Turner. This is my treble song, my treble song. Traveling on the street and in my head, house seems lonely and cold and bare. Low up the street, no one's there, yeah. Go for it all. Pass out your soul, then you go. Find out where you belong. Oh, you belong. Past the halls and the halls of board. These are the ones that keep me low. This is my treble song. So, Kyle Jackson. of a kiss so sweet, and I wonder I'm without you. Keep moving on, find out where you belong. Grab a friend or a few, take a trip with me. Past the days and the halls of gold, these are the ones that keep meeting on. This is my treble song, my treble song. So that was Travel Song, Bon Turner, Kyle Jackson. It made me warm just watching. But we've got one more song, a song actually written by our drummer, Ben Wingrove. And it has the strangest guitar part written by a drummer that you could find. I believe that in my heart and my soul. So, this next song is a song called Places We'll Go. I actually wrote this on someone I met in Argentina. So, it's a great song, real life experience, all the fun stuff. As soon as they're ready here, we got No Place Called Home. You pack away all your things, prepare to go alone. Into the wide open world of nobody calling your shots. Oh, I'm calling your shots. The world isn't like all the souls as you move from home to home, from home to home. This time you swore to yourself is where I finally belong. This time is where I belong. Measure where you've been in a liters of gin, running the kindness you've been shown. You've been shown. Not playing the hand you've been dealt. A lot for the love, forget me nots, forget me nots. Now there's no place called home, just some numbers on a phone. Maybe someday you'll go back to no place called home. When your party's over and you're feeling drunk and low, nobody's on your shoulders to tell you where to go. Now there's no place called home, just some numbers on a phone. Maybe someday you'll go back to no place called home.
some numbers on a phone. Maybe someday you'll go back to no place called home. No place called home. No place called home. No Place Called Home. We're Forest in the Sea. Thank you.